Okay, now that you know what a URI looks like in Drupal, we can talk a bit about stream wrappers. In PHP, there's a core set of functions that we can use in order to work with files, such as makedir to make a directory, you can fopen to open a file, you can fclose to close a file, you can write to a file, you can read a file, and do a multitude of other things around the file and the directory file structure. Now let's say we want to build some functionality that allows us to be able to, when we write a particular type of file, write it to a certain directory. And not only that, but perform some validation to make sure that the file contains some particular data. Now if you've never used stream wrappers before, you're probably thinking about a solution that involves a class of functions that allows us to work with files with these particular caveats. And that when somebody uses this library, they'll need to call your custom functions and build your custom class and such. But the idea of a stream wrapper is that instead of relying on the user to use this whole different set of functions in order to work with the file, that instead we can use the PHP function names like makedir and fopen in order to work with the file, and instead override the internal functionality of those functions and replace them with our own. And the way we do that is by the name of the URI that we pass to those functions. And we specify the particular type of stream wrapper that we're going to use by the first part of the string that we pass to those functions, followed by a colon and a slash slash. Probably the most common example of this structure is the HTTP colon slash slash that we see in most web pages. When you pass an HTTP colon slash slash URI to a file function in PHP, it interprets that using an HTTP stream wrapper. So the functionality there is actually different than if we had passed it something that began with FTP colon slash slash, for example. In Drupal, there's a core set of stream wrappers that exist, and additional stream wrappers can be added by contributed modules. In Drupal, the most common stream wrappers that you're going to see used are the public stream wrapper, which is accessed using public colon slash slash, the private stream wrapper, which is private colon slash slash, and the temporary stream wrapper, which is temporary colon slash slash. The public stream wrapper allows us to work with files in the public files directory, so they are files that can be accessed by the general public. Private files are protected through various authentication mechanisms, and temporary files are accessible in the temporary file directory, where files are stored before they move to their final location.